Circuit of Wales for the final round of the championship. And we're going straight into qualifying. We got Matthew struggling a little bit. We're going through. We've got Cola with the first purple sector as we head through that corner and into the not Mackett's and not Beckett's section of the Circuit of Wales. This last section is also pretty technical.
How you doing, Flex? Yeah, I'm doing great.
Yeah, you've been here. Flicks, you're allowed to talk too, mate. Alright, first lap's in. Lexus actually
40.
with the fastest lap, 38.4.
Interesting.
DiMartino in second. I do not know who Matt Tiggy is. Oh, it's Piggy, right? Yeah. It's Piggy, Albono, Eluxian, Kola. Kalitka in 7th. Strudel with a purple first sector.
Oh, he's quick. Oh, he's flying. Oh, he messed up. He didn't grass cut. Well, I don't know why he didn't. He would be fast if he did. He's green. He's green. He's purple and green, and he's... Oof.
Oh, Mika in first now. 38.28. That's a good time. Eluxian in P2 now. Strudel in third. Lexus falls to 4th with no improvement, and he hasn't improved on that first sector either. Eluxian, though, is going faster. We've got Piggy as well in P5 improving, as well as DiMartino in P6. Just over 3/10 separating first from 9th, actually. As we head down to the line, we'll see those final times come in. Will Mika hold on to pole? And he will, yeah. Locks in P2.
That's him.
By only 200ths, Mika claims pole for Mazda Motorsport in what will be their final HL appearance before they move on up to UL next season. That'll be exciting for the team in pink. Will Mika be able to hold up the position? Especially because, again, with Kohler down in 13th, missing Q2, got a real mix of teams here. I think only the Velocity Power team have 2 cars. No, what do you call it? What is that? I forgot what logo that is for the for what team Eluxian's driving for.
Yeah, it's in the Velocity.
No, Velocity is
That's
Lexus and Strudel.
What team is that? Oh, it's independent.
Oh,
Says Nico.
There's 2 independents. There's 2 independents, 2 Velocities, and then 1 for every team. DiMartino and Piggy with the purples, but with a... Oh, wow. 2 purple sectors for Piggy, and he puts in a 38.30 to take pole. That's provisional pole position after 1 round on this track. And it's going to be Kalitka with the purple sector in the first sector. That's huge. Can Kalitka move up from P7 as it stands? We've seen Kalitka be a bit of a maestro in qualifying trim before. Green sectors for almost the whole field. Almost everyone's improving on that second sector. Where will Kalitka go? Straight to the top, a 38.28. That ties with Mika's best effort in the first session of qualifying. And we have 1 more lap to go for all of our drivers. Eluxian with a purple first sector. What can they do? They're currently sitting in P3, 12 hundredths away from pole. And it's looking like a very tidy second sector as well for them.
I don't know grass cut.
No grass cut there. But holds onto the line. It's a second purple sector. Will they be able to take pole position here? 38.07 time. An enormous performance from Eluxian to take pole position in the independent car. That is crazy. We see the tyres thing. Everyone should be going for hards here. But a couple are offering to... No? It's only Matthegill at the very back of the field. No, Matthegill's up here. Let me swap 2 names. But it's a good start for Jura as he holds on to P1, heading through the hairpin. Then it's Krunk all the way up in P2 now, getting another good start. Strudel up to 4th. Combsville holding on to 3rd as it stands as we go through the Maggots and Beckett section for the first time. Aloxian finding some trouble there, sitting in the middle of the field still, and P9 gets squeezed out. DiMartino going wide. Albono getting into the mix there too. Lexus struggling there. Aloxian loses about 4 positions in the space of 1 corner exit. And I think Mathagil still has the wrong cars, so he's gonna be up a creek without a paddle, let's just say that. Without any power.
Stuffed.
Yeah, he's a bit stuffed there. Jura still leading. He's now almost a second ahead of Krunk in P2, still holding the position ahead of Piggy in 3rd. And they'll be that same way as they exit onto the main straight for the start of lap 3 of 10 in this sprint race. Convale in 4th, and it's a big pack of 5 cars between 5th place Strudel and 9th place Nikaf, with 10th being Glow and Albono fighting away here. Loxian stuck with them too, as well as Lexus, because you're behind them catching up.
16. Oh my god. He needs like 5 points.
Oh, Cola's in wow. He's in P16.
Needs to catch up.
I mean,
in the
Strudel.
future.
Doesn't Strudel's only needs like 5 points to win the title. Strudel is in the lead, not Cola.
What was it, Strudel? Oh, I thought it was Cola.
Cola's in second by like ages away, and he's currently in 16th and not making any inroads. So that might just be the championship done and dusted for Strudel. I mean, it was already a long stretch. Strudel had to effectively like not score in both races. So
yeah.
But yeah, Strudel's done a good job here. He's made his way back up to P2. Jura now is almost 2 seconds ahead of him though, so that might be a tough ask with almost half the race left to go still. Piggy and Krunk still fighting away for the last spot of the podium though. Krunk with an excellent move into the front though, doesn't leave enough space on the next corner. And Piggy gets flushed out wide. Nikaf also in a good position here for the Hurricanes into P4 ahead of Piggy as we enter the Maggots and Beckett section. It's going to be tight. Krunk going really wide there, and it's actually compromised both of them heading in. Nikaf running through, gets past Krunk into 3rd. That is really good for them. Piggy now stuck with DiMartino, and Kalitka now also racing now for P5. Nikaf getting overtaken by Krunk back into P3 for the Carpathians Peak driver. It's back and forth here in this fight for the last spot on the podium. Strudel is making good inroads on Jura's gap now. It's 0.85 seconds, as he's also set the fastest lap of the race, a 38.95 on the hards. There's nothing to scoff at, but he does make an error there. Let's Jura back off the hook for a little bit, with 4 laps to go now. Nikaf back in front, but it runs wide on exit. Krunk into 3rd. Kalitka getting squeezed out on the inside there. Oh my goodness! What has happened to Piggy? He's just left the race. Okay, well,
how would I expect it?
Yeah, that was not expected whatsoever. Comsvale and Mika now fighting for the final position. No, they're actually 9th and 10th, not the final position in the top 10. Glow though is trying to make a move through both of them. Almost succeeds there, side by side with Mika. And
I'm feeling that will end up bad.
That actually ended up really good for the both of them. And Glow is on to end up taking the position. Lexus, another DNF. Wow. Comsvale, another DNF. Oh my goodness. Alright.
What's that thing?
Okay, so Jura now still a second ahead of Strudel as we enter the final 3 laps. Krunk still fighting away for this 3rd place. Kalitka trying to get through. He's going to be on the exit into this corner. Let's switch back on the inside. Can Kalitka do something? No. Gets, runs out of room there. There is a massive pack of 5 cars here. Kalitka getting pushed off. Eluxian getting stuck. DiMartino gets a break into P4. Might be able to challenge Crunk for P3 now, as this fight still keeps going. Bono now jumps into P5 out of nowhere. Kalitka and Nikoff going side by side. But no, it's going to be Kalitka with the overspeed heading into turn 1. Taking P5, and it looks like DiMartino might be able to run away here alongside Crunk, but they are still fighting each other for that final place on the podium. Meanwhile, the front two are just having a good old time of it. Jura is almost within striking distance for Strudel, but I doubt he'll get into position. Oh, he's actually really close, I can't lie. This might be a fight to pay attention to on the last lap. Crunk makes a mistake there. DiMartino not able to evade the Canadian. He goes side by side into turn 1. Mika leaves the race as they did earlier. Oh my god, big shove from Crunk, and DiMartino's going to definitely pursue a penalty for that one. That was a bit much. Jura and Strudel head nose to tail now. Strudel with a really bad exit there. But he's still in the slipstream. Into the final sector. He tries to make a move here, but it's just not going to happen. Jura is going to have the overspeed, I think, and just enough time to take the win in the sprint ahead of Strudel, who claims the championship. Crunk and DiMartino side by side. I think Crunk will take that on the line, and it's Glow and Kalitka side by side for P5. Oh, massive dogfight. 1 second separating 5th from 10th. As Ricky finishes 11th, Kazil in 12th. Oh, that is a huge gap between 13th and 14th. Oh, true. But yeah, 3 DNFs that race. Jora with the win. I think not rare you get to see him take a. I think that's his first win in HL actually, which is a pretty cool feat actually. In all honesty, he's been finishing in the midfield for most of the season when he has appeared, but he's just struck it gold in this sprint, takes it over our new champion of HL in Strudel, and completing the podium will be Crunk in P3, just barely over DiMartino, but that will be provisional, I am sure of it. Glow and Kalitka, 5th and 6th for Archon Racing. Nikov in the HRT 7th, then Albono, Aloxian, and Cola rounds out the top 10. Absolute chaos from that race. Oh, we got a rain start.
Oh,
holy shit. We got a rain start.
We love
to
see
Oh my
this.
god. Alright. Everyone's on wets and inters. Sick. Aloxian leads us
Figo.
through. Oh, what the hell was that? Alright, Aloxian had a bit of a low lag moment, but it's Kalitka leading the way here. Mika trying to run through. The track is already beginning to dry now from full wet conditions.
It's not even that. Not even Sector 2 just finished, and there's already a gap between
a huge gap between the top 5 and everyone else.
4 and 5. Oh my god.
5 and 6. DiMartino trying to make some make a recovery back into that leading group. Albono in 7th. Big field bunch up. Lexus going wide. And a few others getting compromised exits here. Cola in the mix here, starting 13th. Only able to gain 1 position on the opening lap. As we enter lap 2, he's trying to make some moves here. Nikov running wide on the exit of turn 1. Jura stuck in the middle here alongside Cola. And we'll go to the front now because Kalitka is still leading away. Mika and Piggy and Loxian fighting away 3-way for P2. Strudel hanging around in P5 for starting the race here. And DiMartino in 6th. Then it's Albono in 7th. Then a second to Ricky. And Lexus alongside Cola, Nikov, Crunk, Jora, Kozil, Glow, and Mathagil and Phoenix in P17. That's big running. And, someone went wide there. I think it was Piggy there. Who's also cut a bit of grass to try and hold the position against Strudel, but the bad exit there is going to consign Piggy to lose 3 positions in about 3 corners, and he's lost the lead group as well with that mistake at the hairpin.
Yeah. I mean, he lost so much positions. Wow.
Alright, Kalitka running through. The decision now will be when's the best time to pit. It'd probably be the next lap. But maybe we can see someone heading into the pits. Aloxian into the pits now. An early move from him.
I mean, he kind of had to pit early, I feel like.
Phoenix also in. Matthew also in. Have to see how Aloxian plays out this from the early pit stop. He's sliding a little bit, but it's looking okay on the soft tyre. But we're really going to see how he compares to the group in the top 5. The teams already, honestly, most of the cars have actually spread out decently well to start. Piggy with another error that's lost him a bit of time there. We're going to start seeing everyone head into the pits as we've got the announcement for a lot of sun to come. So we've got 21 laps of running, and there comes Aloxian. Gets past Strudel on entry and into P4. Or P3, sorry. So actually did gain quite a fair bit from that call to box early, 1 lap early. So we'll see how their strategy from this point of the race progresses. But at the moment, it's Kalitka and Mika both on the hard tyres to start their dry compound running. Piggy, Aloxian on the soft, Strudel on the mediums. Big mistake from Mika. Lost 2 positions and a bunch of time there. It's also compromised Strudel's exit, so he's also missed out big time on there. DiMartino on softs, Ricky on softs, Lexus on softs, Albono on hards, Cola in softs, completes the top 10. Lexus and Cola going wide there into turn 1. Cola with a knock on Lexus, and Lexus has lost like 5 positions because of that. That's really cool. That's really cool. Kazila Jorah stayed out on the wets, actually. He hasn't pit. And he's run completely wide. I don't know. He stayed on the wets, and he's in P16 now. And for going from the winner of the sprint race to P16 is definitely not ideal. Kalitka getting caught up now. 7 laps in the lead. And is now being pursued by Piggy on the soft compound tyres. The thing with the softs though is that they will start to wear out within like the next 2 to 3 laps, so this will be a lead that Piggy can hold on to for a couple of laps, but we'll see when they decide to pit. Kalitka holding on to the slipstream quite well. Aloxian in 3rd. Strudel and Mika both getting past DiMartino as he makes an error. Strudel happy to provide some slipstream to Mika on the hards. I think DiMartino would not be happy with their position behind both a hard and medium runner.
Yeah, no, he would. I wouldn't be happy. Let's just say that. So I don't think he will be happy with that as well, as he is on the faster tires.
Yeah, he's already running close to the back of Mika, just trying to find anything of an opening, and it's not being given to him. Tries to make something of the inside here. Doesn't get the best exit though. And he's just going to hold position for now in P6. Still no one in the box yet. And we'll see how the soft runners have to go, because they will have to deal with a fair bit of traffic on pit entry. Because we've got a lot of drivers behind them on the hards. This might end up playing out pretty well for Kalitka, who actually drops down into P3, with Aloxian also ahead of them. Though Aloxian, on the oldest soft compound tyres of the grid, makes that early stop onto hards. And comes out in P9, just behind Albono and Cola and just ahead of Crunk, so we'll have to see that that's the gap between everyone, and Albono and Cola might have to deal with Piggy once he stops, assuming he stops at the end of this lap. Might be actually past him if stops anywhere else. Mika with another mistake! That's huge. He's lost the slipstream to Martino and Strudel. Martino staying out. Strudel staying out. Ricky into the pits. There's Albono and Cola stay out, and Cola's really benefiting from this Hard's slipstream. Lexus into the pits as well. He's going to come out at the very back of the field. Now we've got Aloxian Jura out of the race. I mean, he just waited too long to pit onto the dries and is just sitting at the back the whole race since. But yeah, just a shame for the sprint race winner just a few moments ago. Aloxian slowly catching up to Cola, and Cola will dutifully make his way into the pits. DiMartino into the pits as well, along with Piggy, who sits in P6 behind Aloxian. So I'd say Aloxian's undercut there has also worked out pretty well. But he will have to deal with Piggy, who will be very happy to get a move on. And Albono stuck in front of the both of them, still yet to pit off his opening dry compound tyres. Oh, big mistake from Albono.
Oh.
Another one. Yeah, he'd really be hoping to hold on to the slipstream of Aloxian for maybe a lap or two more. But I think he's just outside of that.
Yeah, he's outside of it.
Yeah. Alright, Mika and Mika and Kalitka, sorry, still running well. Kalitka in particular.
They must slip. Will they slip? That's the biggest question.
Will they? I mean, the thing is that Piggy's already lost Aloxian slip. Albono's still running on his own. Crunk also running long on the hards on that opening stint. He's in P6 as it stands. DiMartino, Strudel, and Kazil behind him. Kazil also running along on the hards. And perhaps they're trying to make this an only a two-stop race. Running super long on the hards. They do not need to run another dry compound because there have been wet conditions in this race earlier, so the hards to hards could play out pretty well for these two. I mean, there's only 11 laps to go from here. Strudel trying to make a move around the Canadian. Crunk has a good line through the S's. DiMartino runs wide. And we see another pit stop. It's Mika into the pits. And Albono and Crunk will join them, and they're all going for a last set of hards. Mika running straight in front of Cola and Ricky on pit exit. Sorry, that was very dodgy. I can't lie, but
a bit aggressive.
A bit aggressive, yeah. Mika holding onto the position, but runs wide. Cola will get through. Ricky trying to get through as well, and just getting struggle there. There might be a bit of a lag rocket here, but it settles itself out. Calmer heads prevail. We've got Cola in front. Still leading. Ricky with a big mistake there, unfortunately. Running down the inside. And Glow is going to get passed into P9. Kazil into the pits. Also making the one stop work. Well, I guess two stops, but really it's only the one stop in the dry. Albono and Crunk now running 10th and 11th. We'll see how this develops. Kalitka running very long on the hard still. And has not only gotten overtaken by Piggy, but has also lost the slipstream to Piggy. So surely Kalitka has to go in, cannot go any longer on the hards. And just like that, into the pits goes Kalitka. Where will they come out? They put on the mediums for 8 laps of running, and they come out behind Strudel and DiMartino. I don't know if DiMartino can take these hards all the way, though. Strudel definitely needs to pit again, though. But then, obviously, behind Kalitka is Mika, who will seek to go to the end, Cola, who needs to pit, Ricky, who needs to pit, and then Crunk and Albono, who will be running these hards to the end of the race, along with Kozil and Glow. That 9 to 12 pack, who are actually separated by quite a bit of time, all on the same strategy. We'll see how that plays out with our current race leader, Piggy, on lap 18 of 25. Aloxian now in P2, but will need to pit as well. So everyone in front of Kalitka will need to pit again. That's where the strategies ended up at this stage of the race. And I assume that Piggy's pit will have to come this lap, though the clouds might dissuade him a little bit. He does come in. He's joined by Phoenix, a lap down.
I don't know, I should have stayed out maybe an extra lap or
we'll
two.
See. We'll see. The
tires
were really worn though, and Kalitka actually
Yeah.
does not gain enough. Piggy holds on to the provisional lead of this race. That is Aloxian, who went on the mediums instead. Piggy on the softs. Oh my god, that was some massive jumps from Aloxian, but he holds onto the position ahead of Cola. Cola on old mediums compared to Aloxian's brand new ones, and the sun is announced, so the pit was the correct play here. Strudel, running on the medium, still needs to pit at some stage, because those mediums are not going to take him to the end. Mika into the pits now. Oh, not Mika. DiMartino and Cola into the pits. DiMartino comes out in P6. Kozil gets past Cola, and so does Glow, actually. So Cola back in P11, but has the softs to potentially charge his way past all of the hard runners in front of him. Mika still running. Aloxian on the mediums will be chasing them down for P4. Kalitka on the mediums hasn't been able to make the most of them. And that's a big gap to Piggy as we enter the final 5. Strudel into the pits. It's the last of our main group to make a stop. And they're going to come out right next to DiMartino. That'll be the fight for 5th going forward. Could they make a move towards Aloxian and Mika? And if they can, that could be the podium in their sights. Crunk and Albono running 8th and 9th together. Kozil with a big mistake is going to lose the position to Cola. And Glow is going to try and make a move of his own as well. And it does get the job done. Glow into P10. Ricky running behind on the mediums, and it's Nikarv, Lexus, Mathigil, and Fennec still running with the one DNF of Jorah at the midpoint of the race. And it wasn't from the last lap, but with the fastest lap in tow, Piggy is running away with this win. Kalitka is actually relatively on pace with them as of last lap, but still the gap of 1.5 seconds might be too much at this stage to round up, especially with Piggy on the softs. Aloxian in 3rd now. Honestly, he's getting genuine pressure from Mika, but another mistake from Mika, that's not going to be helping their cause. And they're getting caught up at the 2 soft runners behind the DiMartino and our championship leading car and a championship winning car in Strudel. 5th and 6th as it stands, but definitely in a position to bite for the podium with 2.5 laps still to run. Cola now fighting for P7 with Albono, runs down the inside, gets the grip, gets the move done. Just peeked out in front of that. Kronk into P8 as well, past Albono. Glow in 10th, Kazil in 11th, Ricky, Nikarv for the top 13 drivers. So we head back to Piggy, now almost 3 seconds ahead of Kalitka. He's really stretching his legs on this final stint. Loxian now running away from 3rd as Mika is trying desperately to hold on to P4. Strudel is through, but runs wide on exit. DiMartino instead gets into P4, and Mika is still fighting with this tooth and nail. DiMartino goes wide, Mika back into 4th. Strudel finding more problems staying on the track there. There you go, Matty, Kalitka. Kalitka still in 2nd, and that is Piggy running to start the final lap of the race. 3 seconds ahead of Kalitka, 3 seconds ahead of Eloxian, who has a 2nd on DiMartino and Mika as it stands, and it looks like the podium has been denied. Not by Aloxian specifically, but by Mika with the very aggressive driving on those old hards. DiMartino does get the better exit there, and it should be a P4 for them, but Mika does have the slipstream into the Maggots and Beckett section. Aloxian is also slowing down quite a bit, so that might be an opportunity there, but DiMartino goes wide, loses the position. We're going to go back to Piggy, because he's won the race, wins his potentially final race in HL. Kalitka finishes in 2nd. Aloxian completes the podium. Strudel is able to take P4 ahead of Mika, and DiMartino. Colla runs through for P7, then it's Crunk in P8 Glow, and then Ricky... Oh no, Albono actually gets that. Albono finishing in P10th ahead of Ricky. Kazil in 12th, Nikaf, Lexus, and then Mathagil still running through that final lap, and so is Phoenix to round off the drivers for today.
Yeah. I'm sorry for not commenting, I was just listening to the commentary myself.
Anything you thought was interesting about that? Because, like, obviously Piggy's pace was really strong.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, coming into the race, I did not expect Piggy to be this quick. I also expected Cola to do better. But yeah, just in general, a fun race to watch. Also, the commentary, lovely. But yeah,
It's just a nice little battle between strategies there for most of the race as well. Yeah. Alright, but that's all we've got for today. Piggy wins the feature, takes the fastest lap alongside it. Kalitka and Aloxian completing the podium. It's Strudel, Mika, DiMartino, Cola, Crunk, Glow, and Albono rounding out the top 10. Just 15 seconds separating first from 10th today, and 9 seconds separating 3rd and 10th. What was a pretty closely contended feature.
Yeah.